If you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if that is what you would like to do. I don't mind. And yeah, I'm going to start your reading right now for Taurus. So the first card you have for your past is the Star. Yeah, I love this card. I think you're really working on getting over a lot of different things. I think you were getting over a lot of negativity that was around you. I'm seeing some negative words coming from some different directions. I think there were a lot of negative words coming to and from you and another person at one time. I'm seeing one specific person who, yeah, I think they're a very hurt person. They might still be like that. They're under some kind of impression that you'd hurt them. They really felt that you had hurt them. I think a few things were happening with them, actually. For one, I think they were a bit sensitive. And another thing I'm seeing is they're sort of a dependent person. They depend on a lot of other people, especially emotionally. And so maybe they were depending on you, or they were trying to. You know, you're very different to that yourself. You can be very emotional if you know, sometimes, but mostly you're very strong. And you're also really resilient. You know, if you look at this beautiful woman, she's obviously naked, so she's confident, she's strong inside herself. And there's also an ibis just behind her elbow. So an ibis is a really resilient bird. So you're really resilient. And I think this person might have been struggling with the way you are compared to the way they are, maybe. And I think they wanted more from you. I think they wanted to be able to rely on you a lot more. I think they might have interpreted your strength and your resilience as being a little bit cold toward them, a bit indifferent. I don't think you meant to be that way. I just think you have your own life to lead. You were busy, I think, as well at this time. I'm seeing a certain goal you were going after, something you were very, very focused on. Your mind was very focused on that with this star. You know, you were kind of hopeful and looking toward the star, hoping on that. I think the big thing here is that you probably expected more resilience from that person. I'm actually seeing someone lashing out at you, so there was a lot of anger around them, and I think there might have been some kind of separation between you after that kind of lashing out, or after these kind of verbal disagreement that you had with them. But I think after all that, at this time, I think this was like the calm after the storm. I think you were just trying to get some peace back into your life. This woman's alone in a very peaceful place, surrounded by, water and greenery and everything. So, she's balancing her emotions as well. She's got the water pouring in onto back into the water and into the earth. So you were trying to kind of get back into balance after this was all happening. So yeah, you're just by yourself, getting some peace back for yourself again at this time. So yeah, the next card you have your past is the Magician. Yes. Yeah, so this is so having the Star and the Magician together, it's a really special combination of things. It means you can totally achieve this goal in the Star card. You can definitely manifest this. So it's like in the Star card, you're kind of hoping on a star, wishing on a star, wanting this thing to happen. And then you have the Magician. So it's like, yes, I can do this. That's what I'm seeing. I think this goal, or this thing that you were thinking about, I think it might have started off as a kind of like a sort of, I'll show them I can do this. That's what I'm seeing there. Because I think there might have been someone around you who was acting as if they were superior. Not this person in the Star card. This is someone else from your more distant past. I think you had someone around you. I think they saw themselves as the Magician. And I think they kind of thought, that they were taking the lead. You had to kind of follow their instructions. That was the implication that they kind of made you feel like. I don't think they're actually saying this to you. I don't think they said, you have to follow my instructions. But it was the way they were. It was the implication. It was like they automatically knew what was best for you. And it was like, you had to follow them. That's what they thought. And I think when you did get away from this person, which I'm glad you did, you finally separated, or you distanced yourself. I think you probably did find it hard to make certain decisions because you were so used to them kind of being in charge of everything. But I think you got through that. I think you showed yourself how resilient and how capable you are. And I think that's probably why you don't have a lot of tolerance for these people who lean on other people when they don't need to. It's not that you don't want to help people, but it's that you want to see people helping themselves, because that's what you had to do. That's what I'm seeing. So, yeah, anyway, with this magician, there's a goal, there's a specific thing that this so-called superior person, this superior person, this person who thought they were superior, they'd achieved something. And I think your goal originally might have been to move further ahead than them or something like that. I'm actually seeing numbers, so it might be some kind of number goal, an amount or something like that. It might be something like, I want to earn more than them, or I want to get further along than them, something like that. So if this is resonating, I'm not going to judge what your motivations are, I don't mind. But all I can see here is you can definitely do this, and I think you will do this. You'll probably achieve a lot more than you thought you would as well. That's what I'm seeing here as well. So, it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of planning, but you'll be able to do this, definitely. That's what I'm seeing in that card. You can manifest this. You have the Magician. So the last card you have your past is the Four of Swords. So, yeah, to get this done, again, you're going to have to plan. I think it's also going to take some time for you being alone to be able to get you to be able to do this as well. You're going to have to be alone, spend some time alone. Yeah, I think it's going to be important to you to make sure that what you're doing is hidden from a lot of eyes, because I think, if you tell people about this, especially if you tell short-sighted people about this, they'll probably put some negative ideas in your head. And I think you do have quite a lot of these kinds of short-sighted people around you. So protect what you've got from them. Protect what you're doing from them. If you look at this card, this statue is in the basilica of a church, which is in the basement. So he's right down there, away from everyone. He's by himself. He's thinking. And also, when you think about magicians in the traditional sense, magicians that are up on stage, they don't reveal their tricks to people. They work out what they want to do, and then, they do all of that in private, and then they show people the result, and then everyone claps. So that the only thing that people see is the result. So I think you're going to have to kind of keep this to yourself until you're at the stage where you're more established and you feel more confident in what you're doing and you're ready to show people. You might not even tell anyone about this until you get to the end result. And then they're going to see that and they're going to be like, oh, wow, you did that. That's the kind of thing I think you're going to have to do. Keep it all to yourself until you're ready to show people. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have here present is the Four of Wands. Yeah, the Four of Wands. This is an amazing reading so far in terms of being able to achieve and manifest things. It really is, it's fantastic. Look at this sequence you have. You have the Star, which is about having hope and vision and all of that. Then, of course, you have the Magician. And now you have this card, the Four of Wands. And, it can be about a lot of things, this card. It can be about marriage, celebrations. But I think in the context of this sequence I'm seeing here, this is about opportunities opening up for you. These four wands can represent 1111 to me. The gates are opening. Things are going to be a lot easier for you to manifest. You're going to be able to see where you need to go with this thing, with this goal. It's going to be really clear. The path's in front of you. The gates are there. And I think... I think some things are going to be handed to you as well. Actually, people are going to offer you help. Maybe they'll offer you things, equipment, whatever you need, maybe ideas, all kinds of different things. You just need to be open to seeing them. Look at these women on this card. They're waving their flowers. They're wanting you to see them. They're saying, look at us over here. Come and watch us. Come through the gates. Come and see us. So you're going to have to really look at what's there. They're going to be out there waving to you, saying, come and look at me. But you've got to open your eyes and see them. And, when you go through these gates, the only way's up for you. Look at this red conical roof. It's a bit like a red arrow. It's pointing up to the sky. That's the direction you're going in. And yeah, keep your eyes open. Look out for these opportunities. Look out for this help. And if you see them, if people offer you help, like these two women here who are waving to you, don't be afraid to say yes. Walk through the gates. Don't ignore any of these opportunities at all, not one. Don't ignore the people who are waving at you. Don't walk past, walk through. That's what I'm seeing in that card. The next card you have for your present is the Hermit. So yeah, again, this is about you obviously having to make sure that you're by yourself when you're planning things, especially when you're testing things out. Some things, especially business or whatever, there's a lot of trial and error involved, and you need to be able to do all of these things without an audience. You need as little pressure around you as possible, so that you just feel as if you're able to, make these mistakes and learn from them and move on from them and grow from those things. So that's what you're going to have to do. Keep a lot of eyes away from what you're doing. And I think you're going to have to be able to think really, really deeply about this. I think a lot of ideas are going to start to come to you. In this Four of Wands, I'm seeing that. So they're going to come to you really quickly. So I think when you're getting all these ideas, you're going to have to write them down somewhere. Don't leave anything out. Even if it sounds like a crazy thing, it's all going to be useful for you at some time. So write down everything. These are all gifts that are coming to you, I should say, when these gates open. I'm also seeing this person in the Star card here. I don't think you're in contact right now, but they're definitely thinking about you. I think they do miss you at this time. They're missing you. Again, I think something you said really did hurt them, actually. I don't think you meant to hurt them. I don't think you meant all of this to happen at all. You were a little bit impatient, and they were hurt by that. Yeah, it's definitely something you said. I keep on seeing that. They are going to grow. They're starting to grow, and yeah, they've started this process already. I think they're still very, very hurt, but they're thinking deeply about all of this. I think they're also thinking very deeply about a lot of other things. I think they're asking themselves a lot of questions. Yeah, this is like an ascension process. This is the start of something for them. I think you probably went through a similar process at one time yourself, and it was very hard, I think, but it was amazing for you on a lot of different levels, spiritually, emotionally, practically as well. And you're still going through this ascension process. We're all going through this kind of process at different levels at different times. So they're just at the beginning. I think they're at a very painful, very difficult stage at this time, and I think they will come back and connect with you at some time again. And when they do, this connection will be a lot deeper, a lot more mature as well. Yeah, it's going to be a much better connection. I hope that makes sense. So the last card you have your presence, the Six of Wands. Yes. So yeah, look at this. This is a fantastic reading when it comes to achievements. Amazing. This is obviously the victory card, and you'll definitely achieve this main thing that you want to achieve. I'm also seeing some sidelines coming out of that, or some smaller achievements on the side or something. I'm just seeing one main thing and some smaller things, some other little things coming out of that, kind of springing out of that. So yeah, it's looking positive for all of those things, for everything. I'm also seeing supporters, so people around you supporting you. So I don't know if you're going to end up employing people. It might be that, if this is a business, or it might just be that you're going to have a lot of support around you. But I think these supporters are going to be newer people in your life, people you haven't known for very long. I'm just getting a really fresh, new feeling around this. And I'm seeing a lot of people around this as well. So new people. It's going to be really amazing for your confidence, and I'm really happy to see that, because you had this person around you in your past that I was seeing in the Magician card, really sort of stealing your confidence in a way and lowering your energy. And I think that's where the best revenge is. It's you regaining your confidence, regaining yourself as well. Things are really, really improving for you now, and it's really fantastic. This is an amazing reading. The first card you have, your future strength. Again, when I look at this sequence, look at the sequence of cards in your future as well. This is, you really can't get much better than this. This is an amazing sequence of cards for you, for your achievements, for success. This is like the success reading. This is the ultimate success reading. Yeah, there's something else I'm seeing in this card as well. Yeah, I'm seeing something a little bit specific here. I think there's someone who you talk to probably on the phone, maybe even every day or maybe every other day. I think this is probably a relative. I think they can be a little bit negative. I think they focus a lot on, you know, the things they don't like about where they are in their life and all of that. And I think with your mindset, especially with what I'm seeing in this reading, you'd prefer to focus on, or you do prefer to focus on, where you want to go. You're focused on the future. They're focused on the past and where they are, and not even things that they're happy with where they are, things that they're not happy with. I think for a long, long time, you might have been feeling as if they were draining your energy. And I just think you used to come away from a lot of these phone calls feeling a bit down yourself. They kind of drained you. I don't think you want to stop talking to them. I think they're a relative that's really close to you, so you don't want to end that connection. You do care for them as well, you really do. So I think from now on, what I'm getting is you're probably going to start making an effort to try to block out the negative in your own mind and focus on the positive with them. You're going to sort of try to train them. I think you have tried to do this in the past, but I think you're going to be a lot more successful at this now. You're probably going to be a little bit tactical about this. You're going to think about, okay, if I say this, what are they going to say? If I do this, what are they going to do? So you're going to think about tactics. And I think it's all going to start working for you now. You know, you'll start to see this working very slowly, very gradually, but very surely. I think with this new mindset that you have, you're going to be affecting a lot of people around you, not just this person, a lot of other people as well, in a really positive way. You're going to be radiating that strength and that positivity out to a lot of other people, and it's also going to reflect back on you as well. If you look at the yellow in this card, the gold, the warmth, that's so positive. So that's what you're going to be reflecting out to other people, and they're going to reflect that back to you. It's very beautiful. This is very, very beautiful, very positive, and this is another way that you're going to be successful. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have in your future is the Ace of Pentacles. What can I say? Best card ever. This is just echoing just about everything else in this whole reading. This is financial abundance in this card. It's not just that though. The Ace of Pentacles is about solidity, stability. So whatever this thing that you're achieving is, it's really going to set you up for the future, for the long term. That's what this card's all about. And you know, as you go up this path, I know this might sound a little bit sad, but it's not. I think you're going to be, you know, it's going to be a path that's not a lonely path, but it's going to be a path where you'll have a lot fewer people around you. If you look at the path on this card, if you can see it, it's a golden path. It's a beautiful path, but it's also a very narrow path. Not many people fit on this path. But I think the few people who you do bring with you, I think they're going to be 100% behind you. They're going to be supporting you 100%. And that's what I'm seeing in the Six of Wands. Supporters, people who truly understand you. Even if there's only one or two, you'd rather have those people with you than a lot of these hanger-oners who don't really care about you or understand you. So that's who you're taking with you. I'm not seeing you losing contact with other people or cutting people off or anything like that, but you're only going to keep a very small number of people close to you. That's what I'm seeing now. The last card you have for your future is the Queen of Wands. So yeah, I'm seeing a few things here. The first thing probably sounds a little bit boring, especially after everything else in this reading. I think this is a reminder to you to stay organized, or to stay on top of some practical things that probably don't seem very important to you. But if you're not watching these little things, they can spiral out of control and take your attention away from what you're trying to achieve. And you don't want that. You don't want your mind stuck on these little trivial things. You want to get them out of the road so that you can focus on the bigger picture. You don't want to miss out on opportunities because you're stressed about all these little things. So be careful to keep on top of all these things. If this is something you find hard to do, maybe just spend a little bit of time each day tackling this, even if it's just half an hour a day. It's going to make a huge difference to your peace of mind and to concentration and to everything else. You need to be able to focus. You need to be able to concentrate on this. The other thing I'm seeing here is that this person in the star card, they might try to connect with you again around this time. I think it's going to be a small connection, maybe just a little text or a small phone call, a tiny message. It's not huge, it's not a big reunion or anything like that, but I think it's going to put both of your minds at ease when they do make that connection. It's like, oh, they're not mad at me. Oh, everything's a bit better than it was. That's a bit of a relief. So that's the feeling I'm getting around that. It's going to kind of ease that tension. I'm actually seeing them coming in and out of your life a few times. They're a little bit scattered, I think. You're definitely the more stable one out of the two. That might not be what you want to hear. You might want them back in there, staying in there, but that's what I'm seeing. They are going to come in and out quite a few times. So that's what I'm seeing there. So Taurus, I hope this resonated. General readings can't always resonate, as you know. But again, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to. And thank you so much for watching.